Hey guys, Andrew here with ThruFit. I want to thank you for tuning in. Today's video topic, getting shredded in a short amount of time. Reason I'm doing this video, I just booked a vacation 2 weeks from now, and I want to lose, a couple pounds before. And this is usually what I do when I go on vacation or I have a specific event coming up where, I might be taking my shirt off and I just want to look that little bit better. So this is for the people that have been, working hard consistently all year and you're just wanting to lose those last couple pounds, get your lower abdominals to show a little more, get the veins pumping, things like that. So I'll be the first to say this approach is not sustainable long-term, especially if you're wanting to optimize your health. That's why I only recommend it for about a 2-week period. So with that being said, let's jump right into it. Number one, I want to talk about calories. Now, this is obviously important, but what I recommend for people is to keep your caloric intake on the lower end of your caloric deficit. Now, this is going to be very individual dependent. For me, I'm 6'2", 200 pounds right now. My maintenance is about 24 to 2,600 calories. When I'm at a deficit, it'd be 22 to 2,000 calories. So I'm going to stay around that 2,000 calorie range because it is just 2 weeks, and I think it won't mess up, my sleep or ability to handle stress. So I think that should be good, but I will finagle it to where I won't be experiencing any negative effects, because that's what happens when you go into a caloric deficit. So like I said, it's very individual dependent. So you're gonna have to play with it on your end and keep it on the lower end of your caloric deficit. Number two, walking outside. If you've been following my channel, I'm a huge fan of getting your steps in, whether it's going on hikes, walking around the block, taking your dog for a walk, whatever it is. Movement is key. Walking is one of the best things, especially if you want to get shredded. For me personally, I like to get around 12,000 steps minimum, and I'm really trying to lean out. And a bonus tip, if you're going to be walking outside, feel free to take your shirt off and get some sun. That's going to be an added bonus tip. The more sun you get, the more tan you get, the more shredded you look. So bonus tip there. Number three, weightlifting. If you're already weightlifting, keep to your routine. The one thing I want to say here is because you're going to be in a caloric deficit, you might want to lower your weights, lower the rep count, lower the sets, because lower energy intake is going to impact your performance in the gym, and you don't want to tank yourself, especially before you go on a vacation. So be very cognizant of that. Make them good weightlifting sessions where you're leaving not dead at the end of the day. Leave them to where you still have some energy in the tank. So number four, quality sleep. Obviously, this is huge. A lot of good process in the body, especially for hormones and fat burning, go on while you're sleeping. I recommend 7 to 9 hours of good quality sleep a night, trying to get to bed from that 9 to 10 p.m. window and waking up around 6 a.m. So that goes without saying. Now to some diet ideas. Now, what I personally like to do, I'm going to give you my tips and tricks here. I like to deplete carbohydrates during the daytime and stick to a regimen like carb backloading, keeping majority of my carbohydrates. I try to keep 50 grams till about 4 p.m. Just eating like very easily digestible fruit like apples, bananas, stuff like that, just to keep me satiated. And then after 4 p.m., especially on days that I weight train, I'll incorporate carb backloading, eating things like potatoes and rice. Another tip here, keep your protein high. A lot of the times what I like to do is kind of stick to like a carnivore type diet while consuming fruit as well throughout the day, and consume the starchy carbs later in the night. And I'm not a fan of carnivore long-term. This is just a 2-week type thing, so I want to make that clear as well. But the good thing about the carnivore is if you're eating like a lot of red meat and steak, you're going to hit your protein requirements, and you're going to get a lot of those vitamins and minerals that are essential for keeping your health. And number 7, a good tool is intermittent fasting. If you're wanting to lose those last couple stubborn pounds and that body fat in a short duration of time, again, intermittent fasting, I don't think is a great thing long term, but short term, it can help you achieve your goals, especially trying to get a better physique. And number 8, diuretics. This one's pretty cool. If you like to drink dandelion tea, it's a pretty good diuretic. It'll kind of empty the body of water weight, leaving you looking more shredded and aesthetically pleasing. And a bonus tip here, I know a lot of people on my channel know that I have practiced this before, and that is urine therapy. In my opinion, that is the best diuretic that you can have. And whenever I get my most shredded, it's when I am practicing urine therapy on a pretty consistent basis. But I know that's a hard pill for a lot of people to swallow, so I'm just throwing that out there. It's kind of like an ultra bonus tip in my opinion. But those are my top tips and tricks to get your best summer body in a very short period of time. That's what I'll be doing. If you want to join me, drop some comments below. Let me know how it's going for you. And follow me on Instagram at Drew_fit. And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you guys.